everyone. Welcome to Rotor Talk Live, Season 6, Episode 46, 2023 Drone of the Year candidates. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. It's amazing. I mean, you know, December is upon us. I got some great things lined up for tonight, okay? I really do. We're going to have some fun tonight. And I just decided on that. I said, you know what? Holidays are coming up. We're going to have a good time here. So, let's get to greeting everybody. Looked like JSK Enterprise was first in the house, and Jaybird was right behind him. Drone pilot, Sergeant Rock, Waypoint New England, John K., Flying Plane Media. Welcome, John. Let's see who else we got. Leonard Oglesby, Captain Ray, Drone Life RC. Who else we got? Richard is here. Fallen Angels FPV, Akarasha. Okay, all right. Welcome, everybody. Like I said, we're going to have some fun. First thing I want to start off with, you probably know our good friend Art. He had a mild heart attack and was in the hospital. He was very fortunately discharged. No major damage per his messages. You know, keep him in your thoughts and prayers. You know, whenever you have a heart attack, it's a life-changing experience. And pray that Art can get on some good medication and follow doctor's instructions. Art, if you're there, you know, thoughts and prayers are with you. You know, follow what the doctor tells you. You know, you're too valuable to us. You know, we can't say enough about you and how much we appreciate you, and you're part of this wonderful drone family. So, you know, do what the doctors tell you to do to get better, and we're there for you. All right. Now the other one is very happy news here. Okay. My daughter, Victoria, okay, turned 36 years old today. All right. And, you know, I've got to share. Of course, I'm going to share some pictures. You didn't think you guys would get away with not sharing pictures of this. Okay. That's just kind of part and parcel here. So, this is just some pictures that I put together. That's, of course, me getting ready to walk her down the aisle for her wedding. And that was, the dress rehearsal for the wedding. And there's our first granddaughter, Ellie, with Victoria and Andy. And there is our second granddaughter, Addie, being held by Victoria with Ellie. And there is that picture's $1 million. Okay. That is just an absolute priceless picture right there. And there's one of Ellie when she was probably about 6 months old. And that's a picture of everybody with my great mother right there. And some more pictures. That's my older son, Will, and that's my younger son, Peter. And that's me taking Victoria to her first hockey game. And there's Victoria a long time ago in a galaxy far away. And there's another one as well. That was some dust on that picture. I apologize for that, but there's that's a real blast from the past. So happy birthday, Victoria. She turned 36 years old today. November 14th is one of my favorite days on the calendar. She's an amazing daughter. Everybody, and I'm telling you this, everybody should have a daughter like Victoria. Okay. She is just fantastic. She is an awesome mother, a fantastic wife, and an incredible daughter. And everybody who knows her is blessed. And I'm sure if you guys had an opportunity to meet her, you'd be blessed as well too. Okay. So wanted to make sure that you guys knew that. That was just, you know, 36 years ago, I remember holding her for the first time, and remember holding all my 3 children for the first time. But every time it's special. Every single one of them. Will, Victoria, and Peter. Every single one of them was special, and I'm just so thankful for them. And I'm thankful to be able to celebrate Victoria's special day today. So, Andy, make sure that you tell Victoria that I told her this. My son-in-law watches Rotor Talk, so just wanted to kind of get that in there. All right. What else we got coming up here? I know I got something else. Oh, yeah. The holiday giveaways coming up. The Christmas holiday giveaways coming up. What I thought I'd do we're going to take a trip in the Wayback Machine. Not real way back, but about 10 months ago, we had the holiday giveaway for 2022. So we're going to take a peek at that. We're going to take a look at that. And you guys, if you guys haven't been around and to check, if you weren't watching last year and didn't have a chance to check it out, you're going to catch a few minutes of this right now. And you get to see Valerie. Okay. Let's see. She always makes me look good. All right. Even when she's on video, she still makes me look good. All right. That's why. Yeah, that's an incredible bonus of marrying her. She makes me look good. So, all right, let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and get that video up. This is just, I absolutely love it. Now, we had some guests on. I think Michael Wright, Captain Ray was on. I think Marcus was on. Had a blast. Had a total blast. So let's go ahead and let me go ahead and share my screen here. Let's get rid of this. Tonight, okay, we're probably not going to talk a lot about drones. I do hate to say that, and okay, I would be very remiss if I didn't bring up, as far as the first subject is concerned. Let's see. I want to share my screen here. We became grandparents again today.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Our granddaughter's name is Adelia May. And her name means the Lord's adornment. I wanted to get that right. She weighed in at 9 pounds. I don't know. She weighed 2 more pounds than our other granddaughter did. And I told my son-in-law, you better get a second job because you're going to have to end up feeding her. Okay. She is a very healthy girl. Mom was healthy. And I told my son-in-law, I said, lots of prayers for you because you now have to live with 3 women in the house. Okay. There's absolutely, positively no doubt about that. So we're over the moon happy. We just wish we could have been there for that. My daughter was due on the 10th, but she had a head cold and that triggered her asthma and they decided to postpone everything, which is fine. So, but anyway, everybody's fine. Everybody's healthy. And if some anonymous benefactor wants to send us a large sum of money so we can go back up to Columbus, we'd gladly accept it. Just right at this point in time tonight. So I want to welcome everybody.
How far apart than the age, Bill?
What's that, Michael?
How far apart in age?
Our oldest granddaughter's 3.5.
3.5. That's right. Okay.
Let's see who we got here tonight. I'm going to try to get everybody. Quadcopters in Tech, Mr. B, Drone Shots. Okay, I'm going to advance here. I wanted you guys to see that. Okay.
Congratulations to Valerie and Bill on the grandbaby, man. Hey, that's great.
We are over the moon, just incredibly happy. And then
hey, you got a future wedding. You got a future wedding in the future there, a long time from now.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. I said that out loud.
Hey. See if I can get on down here a little bit. We're going to find that out right now. All right. And it's going to be a $50 Amazon gift card.
Oh, wow.
Nice, Bill.
The box. Okay.
So nice. So nice, Bill.
It's this nice box. Okay. And it's going to be delivered to you. Okay. I'm not going to do electronic. So, you guys that are entering, again, I'm going to need your name and address and zip to get this out to you. So, and it's going to come directly from Amazon. I'm just going to, I'm not going to have it sent here and then send it to you. So it's going to come directly from Amazon. So go ahead, guys, enter #5. All right. And
well, I'm going to predict that Maddie's going to win it.
Bill, is it true? If it's true, is it true that if you're north of Dallas, you're ineligible? If you're north of Dallas, you're ineligible?
That's very possible.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
Johnny.
You know I love you, Marcus. You know I love you. Well, okay, north of Shreveport, right, Michael? Right,
north of the Red River.
Hey, Dustin, you got to put a number sign in front of it. Congratulations, Lance.
Amazon again.
Point New England.
All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna do this here.
It's funny how it gets so quiet all of a sudden.
I'm telling you.
Well, I got to redraw because Billy won again, so we're gonna have to draw again here.
Good luck.
Lance Parkhurst.
All right.
Congratulations,
Parkhurst.
Lance.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's a sampling of talk about appropriate timing for that show. It was the day that our granddaughter was born. You can't beat that kind of stuff. That was just, that was absolutely fantastic. Art, good to see you in here tonight. Glad you're doing better. Good to see you here, buddy. Appreciate it. Appreciate your being here tonight. That was a blast last year. We had fun. And yes, Valerie did talk, believe it or not. You didn't hear her in these clips, but she did talk. I kind of make sure that, and we have that. There's a lot more prizes than what you just saw right there. I just wanted to give you guys a taste and a flavor. I could have played the whole episode, but I didn't do that. But it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. Ron, Marcus, excuse me. You see, we had Johnny, Captain Ray was here. I had Michael Wright on, had Maddie on. It's just a lot of fun, guys. So I'll give you guys a date. I don't have a firm date yet, so I'll let you guys know when that's going to happen. It's going to be close to Christmas, so there's a chance you might not get you might not get what you want in the giveaway until after Christmas. That's a distinct possibility. But I wanted to let you guys, I'm sorry. I want to let you guys know, it will be on its way. And, the important thing is when you guys win and are announced as a winner, you got to email me your address, okay? Otherwise, it's just going to sit there. I won't be able to get it out. I'm sorry. Good grief. My allergies are kicking up again. Yeah, our weather has changed today. Yeah, speaking of weather change, all right. It had been like on Sunday when I flew last, it was in the 80s. It was almost 90. It was warm, wasn't humid. Today didn't get past 75, and it rained all day today. I mean, which we really needed because we hadn't had any measurable rain since October 21st. So, all right, enough of all that. It's coming up. We're gonna have fun. I guarantee you guys that. I absolutely guarantee you that. Okay. All right. Inspire 3 had a firmware update, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. Now, I know, it's kind of on the border between consumer and professional and, enterprise, but we're going to take a look at it anyway, because I just want to, get the right article up here. Okay. Now it's a major update for this. So let's go ahead and share my screen. All right. DJI Inspire 3 drone receives major new firmware update. Here's what's new in the update. Added vision assist, added pre-flight check, added cruise control, added time shot, added edit flight, added standby at start point when using repeatable routes mode, added support to display propulsion system status when using sport or attitude mode, added support to automatically detect the propeller guard installation status when the aircraft takes off, added support to add files to my favorites when using album, added support to start, stop recording, and disable autofocus using the button on DJI 3-channel follow focus when remote controller and remote monitor are connected using cables, added support to display altitude detected by the downward infrared sensing system in all flight modes, added support to display horizontal obstacle information when using sport mode, added support to record camera index and real count to metadata, added vibration notification to remote controller when aircraft is hovering after takeoff, updated smart return to home to maintain the previous settings after the remote controller is powered on, fixed some minor bugs. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, it's interesting here. They added cruise control. Okay. Guys, we have it on our Mavic 3 and on the Air 3, and they're adding it to the Inspire 3. I get a big kick out of that. Okay. I think that's actually kind of funny there. Okay. Yeah. So there you go. All right. But no, and it's an incredible piece of technology, and not everybody can afford the $10,000 to $15,000 it takes to get an Inspire 3. But watch some of Billy's videos. Billy Kyle, he just does a fantastic job with this. It's a great drone. It's a great piece of technology. And boy, if some anonymous benefactor out there wants to gift Bill the Drone Reviewer with an Inspire 3, he's not going to say no. Okay, I'll tell you guys that right now. So, but no, I thought it's important because a lot of the technology, especially that you see in like I know you guys have heard me say this before and beat the drum on this, but I think it's important point to bring across is a lot of this technology that you see like in the Inspire series, okay, it trickles on down to the rest of the consumer drones, like the Mavic 3, the Mini 4 Pro, the Air 3, and so forth. So that's why that's why I like to go over these, so everybody can kind of be aware, what we can expect in future drones. So stay tuned. And stay tuned. Maybe the next week I'll have a nice package show up on my porch with the Inspire 3 in it. You never know. Okay. So some anonymous benefactor, if you're feeling in the holiday spirit, Bill the Drone Reviewer is ready to accept the gift. No, I'm pulling your guys' leg. I'm having a good time. So, all right. What do we got next here? All right. DJI is having their SkyPixel Contest, and it's a chance to win some money. Now, of course, this is not, enter your name and you win kind of thing. This is, you got to, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and bring that article up here. I thought I had that up here, but apparently I didn't. Let's go ahead and. All right, got it up here now. I don't know why it disappeared on me, but. All right. Okay. DJI offering $200,000 in SkyPixel drone photo video contest prizes. Okay. Running from November 7th to February 2nd, 2024. Focuses on helping creators push their creative boundaries and pioneer new trends in aerial photography and videography. Okay. 79 awards this year, with 3 new monthly competitions being introduced to give participants even more opportunities to showcase their talents. The photo contest comprises 4 categories: nature, architecture, portrait, and sports. All photos must be shot on a drone, and each image must be at least 3 megabytes with a resolution of 300 dpi or more. Okay. Video contest, meanwhile, spans across 5 categories this year: nature, city, travel, sports, and creative. However, it's necessary that all videos submitted include at least 30 seconds of footage shot with DJI equipment. Okay. The panel of judges includes National Geographic photo editor, Southern Weekly's photo director, cinematographer, and celebrated filmmaker. Okay. So prizes are drool worthy. The top winners will receive an Inspire 3 drone in the video category. Excuse me. Hasselblad X2D 10C. There's Ron. How are you, sir?
Hello, Bill. Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Oh, good. Yeah. How are you doing tonight?
Good. We're going over DJI SkyPixel Contest and some of the prizes. An Inspire 3 is one of them. Hasselblad X2D 10cc camera, a DJI Mavic 3 Pro, a DJI Air 3, a DJI Avata, and Osmo Pocket 3, Osmo Action 4, and Osmo Mobile 6. So those of you who are feeling creative, go for it.
That's certainly some good prizes there, Bill.
I like that first one, that Inspire 3, Ron.
Now, Bill, have you ever entered this contest before?
No, I haven't.
I never have either.
It just seems I'm too busy. I mean, I know you'd probably say the same thing. I'm just too busy to do this. I mean, I know it's not requiring a lot, but have to go out and set up and take a good shot, because where I'm at, and what I shoot, I mean, it's my development, and and I'm going there. I would have to travel somewhere, and it would require, for you, it's kind of easier for you because, you have access to the beach, but, the time this contest runs is from November to February. So the weather's kind of inclement. So it's not real conducive to, good aerial photography or videography for you. So
once you have captured your photo or video, how do you upload and enter the contest at that point?
That's a good question. I don't know.
They always keep saying to do this, but I never explain the mechanics of it.
Okay, yeah. I just clicked on the link here, and it's not here. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and reshare this here. Stop the screen, and we're going to reshare this because that's a good question, Ron.
Because it said the 9th annual one.
Contest starts 11/6. Submission deadline 2/2/24. Winners announced 3/19, and it shows the categories here. And they have monthly contests. Here's the prize lists. Here's the judges.
Mm-hmm.
The rules. And I thought I saw something up here. I'm going to join now. Let's see what that is. Photo, video. I'll just click on one of these. Okay, so they want you to log in. So apparently you log in, and I'm sure you probably upload your photos or your videos through this portal right here.
You think you can do this from your phone too, or it has to be done on the PC?
My guess is it's probably going to have to be done for your PC because of file. I mean, they want 30 seconds of video, and I don't know how many gigabytes per photo. So maybe you could by your phone, but I'm thinking this app is probably more geared towards the PC. Hey, Marcus.
Welcome in, Marcus.
And I use that term loosely.
Well, we're talking about how Marcus Crawford is probably going to win that SkyPixel contest this year.
Well, it's going to either be me or Ted Bowman.
You got some great shots out at the canyon, huh?
Yeah.
You heard what the first prize is, didn't you, Marcus? It's an Inspire 3.
That is an inspiring prize.
Oh boy, that was a real
we can see Marcus sending right over the canyon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and Marcus, make sure that you get care refresh on it.
Yeah. Care refresh not included with the prize, Bill.
Yes. Care refresh is not included with that.
Bill, you know what? Maybe my assignment for this week is maybe I should figure out how to do this and enter a photo just so I can tell people the mechanics of it next week. I mean, you can enter any old photo. I mean, you might not win, but at least you got your name. You got, what did Bill Dill say? You got to play to win, right?
Yeah.
It's better to me to get any photo up there than not do anything at all.
Yeah. I got some photos that I could probably enter that were shot. I mean, and it didn't say, it said with a DJI product or drone. Okay. It said at least like 30 seconds of your video have to be with a DJI drone, and the photo, it has to be from a DJI drone. So
guess what, Bill? I only own DJI drones at this point, so it's going to be easy for me to qualify.
You sold your Skydio?
And the Altels are even going now.
Yeah, I heard that Nano Plus was about ready to.
It flew the coop. It flew the coop today.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be a happy camper getting a new drone. That's for sure.
Hopefully. Hey, Bill, can I tell you something you probably don't realize? Bill,
no, go ahead.
You see, I'm not in my usual position. Guess how I'm broadcasting tonight? This is the Pocket 3 acting as a webcam.
Oh my gosh. That is fantastic.
There's USB plugged inside the computer. I knew it would work with like FaceTime and Zoom, but I hadn't seen anybody say it can work with streaming. But let me tell you, not only does it work, but have you heard reports that you can't do audio with it? Well, that's wrong too. When you choose audio, the Pocket doesn't show up as audio, but you pick something called something interactive or inertia something, and that's the Pocket. And so I'm using the audio right from the Pocket's built-in speakers.
Well, you know, Ron, the resolution is really, really good. And I can tell you got a little zit starting right about up here.
Well, I haven't figured out how to put the glamour filter on yet. and it does. If you use the app, the Mimo app, you can apply the glamour filter. So I could have been glamorous tonight, but I didn't have time to work it out. So you got unglamorous Ron tonight.
Yeah. Well, you guys need to be jealous. Ted and I went out to the Snake River Canyon today, and we flew the heck out of our drones. We flew.
What did you fly out there, Marcus?
Let's see. I flew the DJI Mini 3, not the Mini 3 Pro, the Mini 3. The deal of the day, right? The
$469 Mini 3 with the smart controller.
That thing is I just flew it with the RC N2 anyway.
Okay.
Amazing little drone. And then of course the Mavic 3 Pro, and Ted flew his Mavic 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I bet Dr. Ted had a great time today.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We went to that spot that's right out on the edge of the canyon, and I got within, I don't know, a couple feet of the edge of the canyon, and he says, "Marcus, go no further."
I thought you were going to say he broke out in that old song, "Living on the Edge."
Living on the edge. That's right. That's right.
Is that Bon Jovi? I think so.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, did you guys know, and I love these kind of firmware updates, okay? Mini 4 Pro had a firmware update, and it's just, I'm sorry, I'm going to bring the article up, but, I'm kind of going
Bill, we covered all the feature updates for the Mini 4 Pro update last night in Drone Nation. You know how long that segment took? Like 2 seconds.
30 seconds, okay? Fixed some bugs, okay?
So, Bill,
I fixed my bug problem. I step on them, okay? I take care of them. They're gone. I mean, we'll fix some bugs, okay?
Yeah, the Mini 3 Pro had the same update, and it said the same thing. Just fix some bugs.
Yeah,
so.
It's just no. Well, I don't know if you guys saw. It was real interesting. The first subject I covered was there was a big firmware update for the Inspire 3. They added cruise control to the Inspire 3.
Nice.
I find that kind of amazing because it's on the Mavic 3 and the Air 3, okay? But it wasn't on the Inspire 3.
Well, you've heard a trickle down effect before. This must be the trickle up.
It's going up. It's not coming down there. Yeah. That was wow. I was kind of a little bit in shock when I saw that. I'm like, okay, wow, that's something different. I mean, that's a feature that we have that it didn't have. So, but
can you imagine all the Inspire 3 owners? They must sit around saying, "Hey, how can those cheap drones have more features than our Inspires?"
Yeah. It just it kind of took me back a little. I was like, okay, all right. Well, I know you guys probably talked about this too. Okay. This Matrice 3D nested drone, it's not sold in the United States. I'm going to go ahead and bring the article up here.
You need to be in China at this point, Bill.
Yeah, and it kind of, okay, here's the article. Not coming to stores near you, DJI's new Matrice 3D nested drone.
Plus the mini dock, Bill. The mini dock's the big one of the big
mini
things
dock as well, and the Duo is designed to offer professional users a highly rugged, protective charging and data download platform housing the new UAV solution between frequent mapping, surveying, inspection, or surveillance missions. And, it just goes on and on here. Who predicted DJI's release of this responded to the new drone offer by praising its tech, noting its outward formidable price may in fact wind up lower than existing competition when it does reach outside markets. And it said here in this, it's that's 9.6K USD for the cheapest airport set, similar to their aggressive pricing approach with ag spraying drones. So right around 10 grand for this is what it would be US, and that's right now. But the way things are going, things are starting to come down a little bit. Interest rates are starting to get better. I kind of found this out because I put in my deposit for a Tundra, and the sales manager said, you're going to get it at a good time because interest rates are continuing to go down. So that's a good thing.
So, Bill, this new nested drone, you're telling us that you've got a couple of them on order?
Shh. I had to call Frank up to get that handled here, and he gave me special.
Bill had to put down a Chinese address before he could order him.
Yeah, and Frank said what he was going to do, instead of wrapping it like they normally do, they're going to wrap it like Teeny does and put that plastic around the box, just to and then kind of bang it up a little bit before they send it. You know how those packages come from Teeny and Banggood, the corners are creased and all that stuff. Well, yeah, Frank said he was going to do that because he didn't want me, looking like I was a total DJI fanboy kind of a thing, that I bought it myself.
Yeah, he put in Hudson and Femi box. Hey, but Bill, in all seriousness, do you think there was much of a demand for that drone in the U.S.?
I think there would be because, my son-in-law, the company he works for, all right, they would use this they do use underground utilities, okay? And I mean, he's told me in detail what they do, and it's mind-boggling. And when he's out there, he uses a Matrice. I'm not sure which one, but he uses a Matrice, and they use the RTK, and it's precision within a centimeter. And they need that precision because they can't be off by anything. Okay. And this would be fantastic for something like that. And why it's not, my guess, and this is just an off the top kind of guess here, is I'm thinking they want to get this thoroughly vetted and thoroughly tested before they release it worldwide. And that's just, and they want to use China probably as their test market to do that. That's just a guess. I'm just swinging with this here.
Yeah.
But
and I hope it's not for the reason I'm totally making this up, folks. I don't have any information at all. Do you think maybe DJI has some trouble getting that thing approved by the FCC?
I don't think so, Ron, because again, and I've read, I've read a lot right now about what's going on. I don't think it has. I don't think they're having a problem with the FCC. I think it's more they want to get this tested before they introduce it to the U.S. market.
Makes sense.
That's just that's just my take on it, because with something like this, I mean, it's just not. I mean, it's only in China. I mean, you can't go. It's UK, Australia, Europe. It's not available anywhere. It's only available in China. So,
but just reminding people in the chat, this is the drone. Whenever we saw the early leaks of the Mini 4 Pro, usually they had this drone in the same shots. They were being tested at the same time in China.
Yeah, Igor's pictures had both of them at the same time. Yeah, so that kind of lends itself to believe, this is going to need a thorough vetting. And I think they wanted to release it, but I think what they're kind of doing is they're looking to these companies in China that are going to purchase these to kind of do their beta testing for them, so to speak. Because you can only do so much, and if I'm sure probably what DJI has done is they probably loan some of these to some construction companies over in China and say, go for it, and let's see what kind of results we get. Because again, I think the big thing is I don't think it really has anything to do with the FCC. I think it more has to do with they really need to thoroughly vet this before they make it available to the world. So that's just my 2 cents on it.
Makes sense.
So yeah.
But you think it'll come eventually?
Oh yeah, it'll get here eventually. I just think they want to thoroughly vet this out and thoroughly shake this out before they do that. So and I think it's important that that they get it right, because they don't want to have any more Mavic 3 GPS kind of issues. Okay, they want to make sure everything's rock solid with this. So. And it's kind of a new technology as well, too, right. For lack of a better term. I mean, they've really never done a docking station before like this, and it's gonna need thoroughly vetted. So that's just my 2 cents worth on that.
Interesting.
So okay, DJI M300.
Look at Lauren's last comment. Actually, the regulations don't allow it in North America yet. But 3 comments ahead or behind that.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Thank you, Lauren.
Thanks, Lauren, for clearing that up.
Now, a great article, DJI M300 and 350 RTK add support for Zenmuse L2 LiDAR payload.
God, I've been waiting for that.
I have been too. Let's get the article up here. Okay.
What it supports the Zenmuse payload. What drone did the Zenmuse run on previously?
You know, that's a good question, Ron. I don't know. It's compatible with the new Zenmuse L2 aerial LiDAR payload. The new payload features an enhanced RGB camera, upgraded LiDAR module, and improved accuracy. The L2 becomes a turnkey solution for 3D data collection and high accuracy post-processing used with DJI Terra drone mapping software. So the L2 comes with a reduced spot size of 4 by 12 centimeters at 100 M, which is only a fifth of that of the Zenmuse L1. Okay. To use the payload with the M300 RTK drones, operators must upgrade the aircraft firmware to V07.00.01.00 and V58.00.00.09, and users of the M350 RTK meanwhile will need to update their aircraft firmware to V08.00.00.03. Okay, so that's just, you know, I wanted to pass this on because I think, again, you know, when we see technology coming down the pike, I think it's good that we kind of get a flavor for some of these things because they do trickle down like we had talked about earlier here. So, but one of the things that I wanted to get to before we get to the main subject, and I get this banner down here. All right. The DJI Avata is on sale. You know, what a time, like right before Black Friday. All right. And 30% off. Let's go ahead
and Bill, is it $889? Is that the correct price for the cheap kit?
Check out the Avata Pro View Combo, for instance. Let's see, incredible 30% discount in early Black Friday deals from the tech giant. Typically selling for $1,428. You can grab this for only $999 right now on Amazon. This is an all-time low price for the combo. I mean, that is a good deal.
Yeah, and that's the Pro View. I think the other one with the goggles we have are.
Yeah, the Explorer combo. This package replaces goggles 2 with goggles Integra Black and is priced at $889 instead of the typical $1278 here.
Yes.
Okay. So those are some good deals on the Avata.
No, I knew somebody in our
There goes Ron. There's a disturbance. You know what? I'll bet you that Pocket 3 ran out of battery.
I was going to say the same thing, Marcus. He probably ran out of battery there. Well, it's good. I mean, he did great. It looked great. He looked good. He sounded good. I mean,
he did. Yeah,
he really did. So,
yeah.
Well, I'm sure he looks like he's reconnecting here. So,
oh, I'm sure he will be. I'm sure he'll be right back. Probably firing up that Big Mac right now.
Ought to cue the Jeopardy theme music here.
Yeah. GoPro webcam. Uh-oh. He switched to GoPro? What the heck? He's bragging about the DJI Pocket.
There he is.
To GoPro?
Do I have sound?
You have sound. You're good to go.
You have sound.
The Pocket's still on over here. It didn't run out of juice. I don't know why it gave up after, whatever, 10, 15 minutes, but it did.
Wow.
Hey, I was before I was so rudely interrupted, as they used to say. I know somebody in our group that has already taken advantage of that $889 deal on the
I do too.
On the Avata Explorer combo. Bill, I bet, can you take a guess who it is?
Who might that be, Bill? I got it figured out too.
Was that would not have been Mr. Ron Brown, would it?
No.
Well, you're close. This guy's a little bit south of New Jersey.
Further south. He's close to where they make really good beignets.
West of you, Bill.
Close to where they really make.
Captain Ray?
No, where they make really good
Oh.
beignets.
Close. I know
Not
this doesn't
Maddie.
make any sense, Bill, but it was Johnny Drone Flyer because he wanted a backup, right?
Ah,
And guess what Johnny's master plan is? Lon did the math last night in our show in the chat. Johnny's going to buy that whole kit, sell the goggles, sell the Motion 2 off, and the drone's only going to cost him like $300.
wow.
So he'll have an extra drone. Now,
Yeah.
if you look on Facebook, he's already got that goggle and the goggles and the
It's
motion
already for
controls
sale.
for sale. Yeah.
Even though I don't think he even has the package yet, it's a pre-sale.
Yeah, pre-sale. Now there's an idea. He's been taking lessons from Femi.
yeah. Why wait until you actually have a product to start putting it on sale?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna, and this is this is one of these things. I wanted to start talking because I think it's not too early to have this conversation because we're kind of wrapping things. There's Ron with the Pocket 3 right there, guys.
70%.
It says 70% charge, so you know it's not the battery.
Not the battery. Wow. Okay. So drone of the year candidates. Okay.
Oh.
And I want to go around to both of you guys first to think what your drone of the year candidates are. Marcus.
Wow. I kind of want to say the Air 3. It's an amazing drone, but I am going to say because it has more mass market appeal and because it was a little bit of a surprise in how much better it is than its predecessor, I'm going to say the Mini 4 Pro.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Now I'm going to nominate the Air 3.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying by candidates is, a slate, and for me, I'm thinking like the Mavic 3 Pro, I'm thinking the Air 3, I'm thinking the Mini 4 Pro. Those are the ones to me that I think are in contention for drone of the year. Okay. And each of them have their own merits. Okay. And I said in my videos coming out tomorrow, I filmed my entire development, and you guys need to see it. I think I did a pretty good job on that. But I mentioned on there was my favorite drone, and it really is. I mean, I'd be hard pressed to say that I like the Mavic 3 over that because it does everything and it does it well. But conversely speaking, the Mini 4 Pro, I had that out, and boy, oh boy, it just amazes me. One of the things, the stability of that platform and the wind, because our winds have picked up lately down here. It's just rock solid. It just doesn't move, and it just holds its position. I mean, doing master shots and doing doing the waypoints and points of interest and flying around an object. It just holds its ground. It does a fantastic job. So I'm real hard pressed here, guys, to really kind of name one of these.
John
three.
K is suggesting the Holy Stone 720R.
Right. Also, you can nominate it, right?
It flies. We can say that it flies and it takes video.
Yeah. Well, Bill, like you said, it's a lot of good nominees this year. In fact, we may have better candidates in the drone world than the real political world.
Yeah, I would agree wholeheartly with that, Ron.
Oh, and Bill, you know what? In the season of political, we should have the drone debates. We should have people like Marcus should debate the Mini 4. I could debate the Air 3. But Bill, you would have to guess. You'd have to pick. Everybody pick their own. We could have a drone debate. Get a good moderator.
Yeah, and get a moderator here, and go point, counterpoint, and all that. I mean, and each one of these drones has their own merits. I mean, and the thing is, and this is one thing that I really try, and you guys know, and I think you guys are with me here too. Okay, a lot of purchasers, a lot of consumers' decisions are price driven. Okay,
right,
and a lot of times, and one of the things that you find out, for example. Until you purchase an item, you really don't know I mean, you see the videos, you watch everything, but you really don't know until you actually get out there and use that drone. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people fall short on is, they'll look at that price tag and say, wait a minute, no, that's too expensive. But, you're not getting the whole picture when you're saying something like that, because you're not realizing for the dollars that you're spending, you're getting an incredible amount of technology. It's like, for example, do an unboxing, okay? Like an unboxing of the Pocket, like your unboxing of the Pocket 3. It's incredible what you get in that package. I mean, everything that comes in the creator kit, it's amazing. And it's the same thing when you purchase a DJI drone. It's amazing what you get, especially if you get a Fly More combo, what you get in there and the technology that's there off the shelf with probably maybe a firmware update. It's ready to go,
But Bill, really this year, I mean, like you said, price is important, the most important thing for most people. But really, any of the drones you just mentioned, you really couldn't go wrong with any of the drones. Whether you got a Mini 4 Pro, whether you got a Mavic 3 Pro, or whether you got an Air 3, you're going to be able to get good footage with all three drones.
So let me pound that home for you, Ron. I flew that humble little Mini 3 today, not the Mini 3 Pro, just the Mini 3. I sent that son of a gun over the canyon. I had it 115 meters negative altitude into the bottom of the canyon. I sent it out there about 3 kilometers. I mean, if what you're after is just some nice high quality video, a kind of a no frills drone like that, $469, man, it's amazing what you get for the money. But the flip side of the coin is what Bill was just saying. When you go the full Monty and you buy that Mini 4 Pro or that Air 3 or the Mavic 3 Pro, the features that DJI packs into those drones, when you consider it all, is it's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, and mentioned the Mini 3. It's real, like the old days, it's really hard to go wrong with any of these drones.
So yeah. Bill, Ron, and I discussed this a little bit yesterday on Drone Nation, but we were joking around. John was just joking around about the HS720R. Why does anybody buy that? I mean, I wish we could educate people and say, listen, no, for $469, you can get a drone like the Mini 3, and it's going to be so much better than those Amazon drones. I mean, it's not even.
I mean, just for example, and I'm going to pick on it, and I didn't see the video, but you know what? It's like, okay, does it stay in place? Number one, let's talk about that. Does that stay in place after it takes off, or is it?
Well, it sort of had a little hops and drop in it, Bill.
Yeah, the hops and drop. Does it do the hops and drop?
Had a little drop.
Does your gimbal kind of like
the gimbal was solid, I think.
What kind of range do you have?
The gimbal was solid.
On the HS720, the gimbal actually didn't do too bad. It was the camera quality overall that was not so good. And then, of course, every once in a while, the drone would just kind of fly off on its own someplace. So, that was something.
It did its own thing every once in a while, Bill.
Yeah. The Holy Stone that I had last year, okay, or I think it was earlier this year, 500 feet, and it was done, the range, and it lost range. And I'm like, what? 500 feet? I mean, I'm just like, seriously here. Seriously.
Need that HS720R. I flew that, believe it or not, that was one of the good things about it. I flew it out a kilometer. It did just fine.
Yeah. And the last Holy Stone drone I reviewed, and I don't remember the model number, it really didn't do anything well or whatever.
Well, that's it. So
it did well.
You remember some of those like the I mean, I don't know why we're talking about Holy Stone so much, but like the HS175. I mean, like you said, Bill, the range you'd get at 300 feet in front of you, and you'd lose contact with the drone, and their gimbals were always weird, but think about this: thousands of people, many thousands of people have purchased those drones.
Yeah,
I'm sure they sell a ton of them on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because, I'll see some of my friends from high school, oh, I got my first drone. Well, what'd you get? A Holy Stone. And I'm like, seriously? Seriously? Spend $50 more and you can get a DJI drone. I mean, seriously.
In some cases, less. In some cases,
less.
It's hard to blame it because almost everybody shops on Amazon. If you go to Amazon and you pull up a Holy Stone drone, you read its description and the pictures and the comments below, and it sounds like it's a great drone.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It sounds like it's just as good as a DJI drone, and it's a couple $100 cheaper if you go by what's printed on that page.
Well, Richard puts down here, 99% of all new drone pilots start with a budget drone. And that may be true, okay? And I get that because I'll never forget, I think it was one of the first times I had Kelly on the show, and he talked about there's a SEMA, and I don't know the model number.
The SEMA X5 is the all-time.
Yeah, the X5. He said that's the perfect drone to learn on. And it's like, to me, for somebody like me, that's the exact opposite. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Kelly, okay, but I would not recommend, learning to fly on that. You'll get so frustrated you don't want to have anything to do with drones.
Bill, can I put Kelly's comment in perspective? That comment comes from the pre-GPS drone era. Like that was the best drone to learn on before GPS drones were prevalent. But nowadays, I agree with you, Bill. There's no reason to start on like a drone like that. You might as well just go out and buy like a DJI GPS drone because they fly perfectly. There's nothing to learn anymore.
Yeah. Hey, I want to comment on what Lauren just said there.
Yes.
So that is exactly why I like to review drones like those Holy Stone drones. And I don't like to editorialize, and I typically don't in the videos. I'm not saying I never do, but I try not to. I try hard not to.
You did your best in that most recent video on the Holy Stone, Marcus.
Yeah. I just show the product and I show my experience with it. But hopefully somebody's thinking about buying one of those drones and they look at that review and they go, wow, is this really what I want or not? And then they look at a review of a DJI Mini or something like that and they go, well, yeah, maybe I should get this.
Well, you get a lot of instances here. Let's say husband says to wife, asks husband, what do you want for Christmas? Oh, I'd like to get a drone. She goes out to Amazon. Oh, there's a Holy Stone, or there's a Atom drone. She types in
drone or whatever, and the first thing that pops up is the Holy Stones because that's what Amazon's trying to push.
Exactly, that's what they're pushing. Gets it, and he has a horrible experience with it because it's like it's their apps are clunky. I mean, that's the first thing I'll say. Their apps are extremely clunky. Pairing it with that controller is always a nightmare. It's a toss a coin up in the air whether or not it's going to connect, and then their sequence to bind the controller to the drone. Oh my gosh, it's like a fail-safe codes to the nuclear devices in the United States. I mean, it's just incredible, and it's just so complicated. And that's why I tell people, Lauren's comment really, really shines out. People need, the reason that you get and look at DJI type of drones, okay, it's so you will avoid any of these kind of problems. And my hat is off to Marcus for doing this because I think it's Marcus does a great service to the drone.
A lot of patience.
And he has a lot of patience with these drones, but he gets a good point and he gets a good message out there. And I know it's frustrating because, and I know Marcus, and he doesn't want to say, well, Holy Stone is just pure crap and don't even buy. No, he wants to give an objective review, and he does a great job with that. And he shows a lot of strength. So I've watched some of his reviews. I mean, I would have just been like, this, forget it. I'd have been like Brian Singleton.
You'd have thrown the trash can on your way out of the park. Yeah.
Yeah, on the way out of the park. Brian Singleton. I love Brian. Just, boom, gone. Okay. But no, I think a lot of people need to realize something is, with the holidays coming up, and especially better halves. If your husband is asking you for a drone, okay, this is just a piece of advice from us, okay? Get something that's going to work out of the box, all right?
Yeah, don't put a Holy Stone under that tree.
No, don't put a Holy Stone under that tree. Don't put an Atom under that tree. Don't put put a DJI under that tree, okay? It's going to work. It's going to, especially like if you look like a Mini 3 Pro with a controller, it's all set. You have a controller. You don't even need a phone. You don't even need to cables and everything. Boom. You charge the battery.
Even if you're on a tight budget, there's always a Mini 2 SE, right, Marcus?
Yeah, that's the thing. $339 for the Mini 2 SE, and it's got OcuSync 2. It's I think people get weird. They start looking at the specs. It only shoots in 2.7K, but trust me, that 2.7K is better than way better than the 4K on that Holy Stone drone. Not even close.
Hey, we want to take a crack at answering Charles's question here?
Do you think DJI will ever update the current really expensive RC Pro for use with the new drones? I think probably not. And the reason I say that is the newer drones have OcuSync 4 and that's OcuSync 3. Okay. So, while it'll still work, with the Mavic 3, it's not going to work with the Mini 4 Pro. Okay. Or the Air 3 because they're on OcuSync 4. So that's a good question,
man. That because I was flying the Mavic 3 Pro with it today. Holy cow. That thing it's a fantastic controller.
Cadillac of controller.
I love it.
It is. Yeah,
I absolutely love that, Marcus. You're right. It is. I don't get me wrong. I like the controller with the Mini 4 Pro and the Air 3. They're fantastic. But there's just something. It's beefy. It feels solid. It feels solid. Okay. The other ones feel like oops. I don't know. It just feels solid. I guess is the word.
Yeah. Let me answer Charles' question. Unfortunately, I'm going to be a pessimist here. And I'm going to say no. Even if they could update it, they'll wait and put a RC Pro V2 out sometime in 2024 and make you repurchase again.
And instead of $1,200, it'll be $1,500.
Right. Yeah. And it'll work with it'll work with a whole bunch of drones for a short while.
Yeah, exactly.
So new technology comes out, then it won't work with a lot of drones again. Yeah. But to your point, Marcus, the only two drones I have now I do have three, but I won't have the Mini 3 Pro much longer. But I enjoy flying, the Mavic 3 and the Air 2S with the DJI Smart Controller Pro or whatever they call that.
Right. RC Pro.
Okay. And Dot Drums, his question here. I have the Mavic 3 Pro, so what do I get next? Mavic 4 Pro or the Air 3? I have my A1, A3. Okay. Mavic 4 Pro hasn't even, it's not even on Igor's radar screen. So, I would say that Air 3.com, it's just, you'll get an agreement from Marcus and Ron. It's just an incredible drone. I think it's my favorite drone that I've ever had. And I've had a ton of drones. It really is my favorite drone. It does everything and it does it well out of the box. It really is. It really is. And Hot Rod here, Bill Jones, your goggles 2 and Integra work with Air 3, which is 04, and the goggles are 03. DJI is just being a butthead about compatibility. And
I agree with Rod. We thought it was that the whole OcuSync 4 thing, but that doesn't hold up with you with Rod's thinking here. So it's just the fact that they're just gonna they probably know they're 6 to 8 months away from releasing the RC Pro 2, so they won't do it. Yeah.
You're 100% right, Ron, and thank you, Rod. Appreciate that. Yeah. So this is what we got right now, and there's no real talk. I looked on Igor's Twitter feed. There's nothing out there right now.
Bill, think about it. If they really were going to release a Mavic 4, say early in 2024, why would they even bother putting that Mavic 3 Pro out this? Say spring, summer, whatever. They just
can sell it to guys like me.
But see, I know, but see, we can't count you because you're gonna buy the Mavic 4 too. But a lot of people that bought that Mavic 3 Pro, if they came around 9 months later with a Mavic 4, the people already spent their money on the Mavic 3 Pro, so they're not going to get that Mavic 4. So if we would see the Mavic 4 in 2024, it would be at the end of the year.
I agree, Ron. I don't think that's going to be a first or second quarter drone. I think it's going to be either third or fourth quarter that we would see something like that. Because
you see, Ted is looking for the Air 3S.
Right. Which that's more likely to come. That may come before the the Mavic 4. And I'm just gonna take my 1-inch sensor off of here and put it on the Air 3. So I will make my own Frankenstein Air 3S.
You know what they need to do? They need to build a drone just like the GoPro Karma, Ron, and you just take that Pocket 3 and you just plug it into the front of that drone.
Plug it in, yeah.
You go.
Yeah. So I don't even need a camera with the drone itself. Just put the Pocket 3 on, or if you don't have a Pocket 2, put the Pocket 2 on. So,
well, it's coming towards the end of the year, and I'm not really hearing anything in the pipeline right now.
I'm going to interrupt you one more time, Bill.
Go for it, Ron.
Do you put any faith at all in the rumors that we're going to get an Avata Mini before Christmas? 250 gram little FPV drone.
It sounds fantastic, and it really sounds appealing.
Too good
but
to
I'm
be
going to
true,
tell you
almost,
this,
right?
It would have to have already been in the pipeline, and they would want to come out with something like that before Black Friday instead of after Black Friday.
Of course, remember they did release the Mini 3 after Black Friday last year.
That's true. That's very true. So, their history, I mean, DJI's release history, it's like a roller coaster. You don't know what's going to happen. And, they could very well, because that goes against, because the business administration major in me tells me that's bad marketing to do that after, Black Friday. You'd want to do it before Black Friday and, and gain that extra advertising push before Black Friday instead of after when it goes down.
DJI's release schedule is more unpredictable than Matt Canada's play calling.
I gotta say something. Okay. I watched, and I'm sorry, I'm going to digress to football for a quick second here. Okay. There's a video series out there. There's a guy calls himself Pittsburgh Dad. Okay. And it's stereotypical of a father in Pittsburgh. Okay. And this guy was born and raised in Pittsburgh. His dad's in Pittsburgh. Okay. Everything. Okay. And you know what he said? He said 3, 2, 1. How in the hell are the Steelers 6-3? Okay. And that's all I'm going to say. He said the Steelers are the Michael Scott of the NFL. Okay. From the Michael Scott from The Office.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Bill, let's try to end the drone show, and we'll hang around for another 5 or 10 minutes to do a little bit of Steeler Nation. You want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got interrating for me, guys.
Steeler Nation.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna Marcus, Ron, closing thoughts. Go ahead.
Marcus, go ahead.
Well, all I was going to say is, while you've got Ted and I took advantage of a sunny day today. We're at that time of year when you cannot miss a good day to go out and fly, because the snow's going to be flying. There's going to be bad weather. So when you get a nice day, grab your drone, go out to your favorite fly spot and get out there and fly.
Don't waste that good weather. And Marcus, you brought up fly spot. Remember, we got that email from DJI about fly spots. I created my first fly spot today. It was Lucy the elephant.
Oh, there you go. Good
and
for
you.
You
win prizes for creating fly spots too. So I'm going to create fly spots all over this area here, or whatever. For anybody who wants to come, the fly spot will be there. But more news on this on a future episode. But that's all I had. I agree with Marcus. Fly what you got. You might not see more drones. If you need a B-roll ground camera, consider this Pocket 3 may be DJI's best release of the year.
And it's at 97% right now.
Yeah, it may be the best thing DJI released all year. The only 1-inch sensor they released all year. So, Bill?
I concur 100% with both you guys. A couple things that I want to add personally, okay? For those of you that came in late, today is my daughter's 36th birthday, so that's
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to her. And I showed the video clip, and this was too funny. I showed the video clip from the holiday giveaway from last year, and I held the holiday giveaway. It was on the day that my younger granddaughter was born, so we featured that. So I had that, and I showed one of the prizes. So we're gonna have some fun. That's gonna be coming up in December. I'm gonna get that all together and get that planned. Ron's right. That Pocket 3 is absolutely amazing. Look for some videos coming on that. I have a new video that drops tomorrow. It's one of the entire development, and you guys really want to watch this because I worked pretty good at it, and I think it came out pretty good. So So stay tuned for that. I got another Mini 4 Pro coming out a little bit later this week. So, but it's that time of year. We're gearing up here. So, as always, guys, remember, thank you all. I want to thank everybody for your great chat, your great comments. You guys are fantastic and everything. And again, well wishes to Art. Continue to get better. We're so thankful you're out of the hospital. As always, guys, remember, it's a great day to fly. Take care, everybody.
Good night.